pass holder coins are legit. Look, we're going to cut right to the chase, Cozy Club, and we're going to jump into what today's video is going to be all about. Talking about one of the best new resources and one of the most important ways to farm gear within Disney Sorcerer's Arena within the pass holder coins. Now, when they first came into the game, I didn't make a video on them as the only way to get them was through the pass holder events, which some people are free to play, some are pay to play. Didn't need another reason to make free to play angry. However, nowadays you're able to acquire these coins through a variety of methods like Twitter redemptions, compensation rewards, summoner showdown, leaderboard contests, and a whole lot more than just the pass holder seasons, making this an important resource on knowing exactly what to spend it on, how long do you hold on to them in the early game, and what chest do you open up with these coins. So on today's video, I'm going to teach you guys what you should be using these pass holder coins on, depending on what level you are within the game. Should you hoard them? Should you hold on to them? And should you go the extra mile to try to get as many as possible? We're going to answer all of that and more on today's video. But before we get there, we've got the question of the day, and it's going to be revolving around gear. For others to learn and for others to know what to farm when they're looking at these comments, comment down below. What is the hardest gear for you to grind? What gear do you feel like you always need? And if you were starting out this game all over again, what would you tell a new player? Farm this gear. My friends, we're going to be doing a new gear farming guide here in the future, but want to hear from you guys first. What is the hardest gear? What are you always missing? Comment down below and let's start today's video. Alrighty, my friends, well, here we are at the pass holder chest store, and this is going to be at the little Mickey down at the bottom right. And I don't do a ton of pack reviews on the channel or even really talk about a lot of the monetization stuff. However, really open to do that. Packs are honestly getting a lot better from especially the early days of DSA. And there's some packs you definitely want to look out for. So let me know down below if that's something you guys want to see. But for now, let's go ahead and take a look at the pass holder chests. Now, guys, first and foremost, you want to make sure you save on to these coins, especially at early gear levels. For sure, without question, T6, those health gear, anything with the word heart on it is just a pain in the butt to get. Now, as you guys know, or maybe you don't know, if you're between gear 1 and 7, you're going to be using pretty much the same gear over and over, and it takes a really long time to get even your main squad up because they're using the exact same resources. However, when you get to T7 and T8, the gear kind of starts to diversify a little bit and more specific for a faction. So the first thing we're going to be talking about with the pass holder coins is when to use them. Now, you guys might have noticed there's 1,000 to open up a chest, and that is going to be for each and every chest for T4, 5, 6, 7, and finally T8 gear. So that being said, it doesn't make a lot of sense, right? You're going to be getting T8 gear, which is far more valuable than let's say 4 gear, but it's the exact same cost. And so right off the gate, guys, what I want to say is if you have not unlocked up to even the T6 gear, you're going to want to hold on to those pass holder coins, guys. Just start accruing them through all of the different redemption codes and through the compensation. Hold on to them no matter how much you want to spend them, because you're going to be doing yourself a big favor later on during the game. T6 gear does take some time, and you get a chance to pull some full pieces. Each and every chest, you're going to be able to pull gear for that specific gear that's above the chest, and you've got a big chance to go ahead and pull a full piece. Honestly, a bigger chance than you might think. I pull full pieces pretty often. If you didn't know, you can actually click onto this I button, and if you go here, you can actually see the exact rates at which you can maybe get full pieces, which is something that people don't check a lot. And back in the day, it was such a bad, it was so low of a chance it wasn't worth checking. But nowadays, these percentage numbers are a little bit more up there. So definitely check those out before you start buying things. T6 gear, you can make an argument for if you're newer in the game. However, when you're kind of starting to level up and get more to that mid or later mid game to the later game, T7 and T8 gear is exclusively most likely what you want to spin these coins off. Unless you're like getting very close to finishing off a character, hoard these bad boys for nothing but this T7 gear, especially in that late game. Now, if you've been playing for a while and you've got T8 characters and you're starting to max out that squad, without a doubt, I spend all of my gear personally on the T8.5 gear, as right now, this gear is extremely hard to come by, and the only way to get it really is through the Ascension campaign, and then hopefully you'll be able to get it within the new raids coming out. Now, we're going to have to see how the new raid kind of impacts the value of T8 gear, but as of right now, this is by far the no-brainer for people within the in-game stages, and for people that aren't quite there, hoard up, and you're going to want to spend it on the T7 chest, as again, you get a great chance to go ahead. We'll go ahead and open a couple here. And right here, we opened our first one. And I know it kills people. I skipped the animation, but we've got some separate pieces for T7, and bam, just like that, a full T7 gear piece, which really, really helps out when leveling up those characters to try to get them to T8. Definitely solid. We'll open up another one just to show you guys. You don't always get a full piece, but a lot of the times you get a good chance, like that one, not so hot. Whereas the T8, you don't get any full pieces, but you're getting that very rare gear to really max out those characters. Heck, I know a lot of you guys out there are visual people, so we'll just keep opening these up. Why not? I'm going to open up the T7 ones, as this is the stuff that I want you guys to open up, especially if you're farming for that late game and how long and hard it is to get a lot of these pieces. So we opened up another chest. That last one only had 3. This one had 5 different things. And right here, we got 2 different full pieces. I mean, honestly, really, really solid value out of what you're spending. And honestly, they kind of throw these coins around. You get them on, like, just the code redemptions that they've started to bring in the game. If you guys don't know, if you go to your settings icon, you can actually find this new redeem code. And again, I've been telling you guys, follow them on Twitter, or at least, you know, pay attention to my Twitter, their Twitter, some type of Twitter, the Discord, as there's a ton of codes that they give out to redeem. And most of those have had either 2,000 to 3,000 Passholder coins in them. On top of that, anytime there's kind of a bug or the game is down, we also get compensation rewards to get these coins. Now, Summoner Showdown is another great way to acquire the rare resource of the Passholder coins, or just by purchasing the Passholder event, which honestly, guys, is always a pretty dang good value. If you spend a little bit in the game, you're getting a lot of gear, you're getting a ton more coins, which is even more gear, and then you're getting more betas and things like that. So definitely Passholder first. Go for that. Go for the redemption codes. You're going to get a nice little stock of these Passholder coins, which again, you want to grind up, you want to save them, and you want to spend it on the T7 gear for the mostly mid to late game. And then if you're at that end game, nothing but the T8.5. Now, again, that might change depending on the raid giving out the gear and how much we get exclusively from the new Olympus raid. So I never made a video on this again because it was only available through the Passholder events, but now people are having loads of these, and this is starting to be its own currency that's important to manage. And so that's why I made today's video. Want to ensure that you guys are opening up the right ones and you're holding off to get the right chests. Now, at early levels, you're not going to have access to some of these T7 and T8 chests, so make sure you hoard on to these. And for the rest of the video, I'm just going to open up all the remaining coins that I have so that you guys can kind of see the drop rates and what you guys can expect to get from these. So yeah, let's open away. So we've got the T8 chest. I'll open up a couple of these just to show you guys. And this is going to be all T8 gear, which I made a Twitter video on this. You're really looking for, it's going to give you any random kind of gear for a faction, and you want to hope that you get the faction that you're working on. But the other thing you want to try to find in the T8.5, more specifically, like knowing you hit the jackpot, is getting big number values of these Dawning Hyacinthes, or whatever they're called. These guys are the speed pieces, or they're required to get anything speed related for T8, and I think recovery related as well. So getting high amounts of these are very important. And then as for the T7 chest, you're not looking for one gear piece specifically, unless you're farming that said character. Obviously, getting Downtown Hero, there's a lot of people within that. And sometimes, you know, it can feel like a bad scratch and ticket. You don't get really anything. While other times you can roll a big time number like this one right here. And I guarantee when you get 5, you typically get a full piece. Bam, there's one right there. There's another one. So Downtown Villains, Mythicals, you guys can see this is going to have the most returning value unless you're at the very end game, in which you pretty much still want to go ahead and open the T7s because there's so many characters to work on and so many characters to get to T8. We're going to go ahead. We're bang through the last ones of these. Again, you can definitely get some bad rolls. You know, we had 2 back-to-back, no full pieces, 3 back-to-back full pieces. But just out of me recording this, we had about 5-ish full pieces within the rolls of about 8,000 Passholder coins. And again, they come by pretty frequently. So to wrap this video up in a bow, if you're near the end game, go for the T8.5 chest. Keep an eye out for the raid rewards. If you're pretty much anywhere else in the game, or you have a lot of roster to work on, like different events and different characters or legendary characters and things like that, T7 is going to be by far the best value. So keep an eye out for these things. Look out in the packs for them. Kind of look through the packs if it's a decent value. I know the Fantastic Friday deals have a good amount of the coins in there. Summoner Showdown, leaderboard contest. Kind of see like how much energy you have to spend to get to the next notch to get these coins, and you're going to be in good shape. My friends, hopefully you enjoyed today's resource guide on the Passholder coins, and until next time, stay cozy, my friends.